a hike on Lebers Trail outside of Beaverton, Washington. This is an unusual circumstance where it's private land and the trail goes through it, and it's open to the public for responsible users. There are a number of trails out here. I actually was intending to come see Dickerson Falls because some friends of mine who visited this summer saw it and they highly recommended it. It didn't have a whole lot of water in it when they saw it, and I'm thinking with all of the extra snow and ice we've had recently, there's probably quite a bit of water in it. So it's only partway out this trail, and so I'll go out and see it and then walk the rest of the trails. There are a lot of people using this trail system. It's pretty popular. So yeah, we'll see what we see. As usual, we have some fun and interesting routes going on. It's something I've really loved about living up on the Olympic Peninsula and seeing all these interesting route formations. There's a steep spot right here and there are ropes tied to the trees, and my first thought was that they're to grab onto to help people get up this steep part. They could be. I was talking to a good friend the other day about how I feel about, showing up in every situation as myself and treating people the way I think people should be treated, regardless of the circumstances or anything that has happened in the past. And they reflected back to me, yes, walk in a sacred manner in every situation with your family, both personal and professional. And I said, text me that so I can put it on a little sign and have it as my motto. I think it takes it to a whole other level rather than just seeing people and just having a value of treating people well or fairly, no matter what. It takes it to a level of, of deep commitment and honoring of my own and other people's souls, which is how I feel I'm in the woods. I feel like I'm walking in a sacred manner and fully honoring my spirit and the spirit of all of the other beings out here. And so it's essentially just take that depth of presence and spiritual practice into every area of your life. La. always, I have been doing a lot of self-reflection and next week I am turning 50 years old. So there's some extra themed self-reflection and just a lot about what I've been through in my life, what I've survived, and interestingly, the wisdom I have to offer, not as a know-it-all or someone who needs to come in and impose their beliefs on other people, but someone who does have an obligation and responsibility just to be available, to support the people who are just figuring it out and just learning and just going through the hard stuff. There are a group of people back at the last stream crossing. I had a really big culvert and they were all watching a guy who's in the culvert. It looks like he's taking some measurements of something, so it's kind of cool to see sciencey types out here checking out the ecosystem. It turns out the group of people who were in the culvert weren't scientists measuring something. Hello, my frame of reference. They were actually geocachers. So it looks like this is a pretty fun place to geocache. I have to say, I'm really impressed with the agroforestry and the recreation and the land management here. It's truly multi-use, human and eco-friendly. I love those things. Anyone who visits here who really wants an aerobic workout should walk up the road to Zach's Lookout. I realize I'm pushing myself to keep walking the same really fast pace because I hear voices behind me. And it reminds me that I actually like to be motivated by where I want to go and what's interesting to me rather than the fear of what might be behind me. Pulled over to take a breather. The people behind me I had passed earlier pulled over and taking a breather, and they just told me they love my smoky hat. What's to be afraid of? I made it out to Zach's Lookout, and there was an amazing view of some lakes and the snowy tops of the Olympic Mountains. There was a bench to sit there and look at them, and it was a very long hike back down. And now I'm gonna head home. So thank you for joining me, and you're welcome to like, subscribe, comment nicely. I don't usually have to worry about that. People usually do. Share. And until next time, walk in a sacred manner. Peace.